pulling that millie up. Smoking a bit.
Garages that repair lorries and what have you, because these are big heavy machines that can tow in broken down lorries. Another example here, Gardner engine again. Over in the thrashing fields, we've got the Scammell register display, and do go over and have a look at it, because in there on their display there are some fantastic photographs, and you'll see these Scammells leaning at all sorts of peculiar angles. It's a very, very unique suspension system on them, and they can, those rear bogies can turn all sorts of angles and still keep grip on the ground. They get called the coffee pot Scammell, or the teapot Scammell, by the shape of that filler cap on the top of the radiator. And because they can operate at such peculiar angles, that's what that pot is there for. It always makes sure there's water in the top of the radiator. Now this one gets called Buster. It comes up from Chichester every year to Rudgwick. It gets called Buster because the poor chap that owns it, he wasn't a poor chap when it started, but he is now because it's bust so many bits on it. He's bust engines, gearboxes, axles, you name it, everything's possibly gone wrong with it over the years. And of course the final thing he busted was his bank balance. So hence he decided, right, we'll call it Buster. But he He manages to keep it, even on Saturday, he busted in the arena. He had a dead cell in the battery and had to be rescued out of the arena. So he's still keeping up to his name. Land Rover. The best 4x4 by far is what it's marketed at. And I'm sorry if you've got one of the Japanese versions of it, but they're definitely right. Land Rover is the best 4x4 by far. Started production in 1947 because the owner of the Rover factory had small holding or farm up in Wales, and he had one of the little wartime jeeps. There was a runabout on the farm, and he thought, well, this could be a useful vehicle for farmers. So he put the design team to work on it, and what we got was the Land Rover. Comes in various shapes and sizes. They've gone through several series Land Rovers. The Series 1 was the very first one, and there was a 2, the 2A, and ended up with the 3 before they started going off into the Discovery. John Wakely now with his Atkinson Borderer, or they're always known as the Borderer. Now next in the arena is the turn of the fire engines, and they're going to come in and do a parade like we've just done now. But after the parade, some of them are going out and others are going to take part in a display. And the display centres around the Jeremy Peak side, which is alongside us here. So people at the top end of the arena here are going to trade stands. You're not going to see a lot from there, so if you want to see the fire display in a moment, I suggest you nip over the other side of the arena where you'll have a good view of it, but you'll only be able to see through the side. It might be alright, you look through Air Gazebo, you'll see it there. But if you really want to see it, you need to move down the arena. Sorry about that, you're all nice and comfortable, but it's just for you, your benefit, you might be able to see very well from there. You can't move the building into the middle of the arena, unfortunately.